Good evening. Today is what is today? The 17th, the 17th of January, 2025. The time now is 4:54 in the evening, and today has been a rather rough day today. And I'm going to show you why I say that. Our dogs, well, my daughter dogs, put it like that, because they're not my dog, they're her dogs. The dog, that big, great big king, whatever the king something, he's a big dog, come over here. And every time he come over here, when the girls are outside, they gets in a fight. The girls gets in the fight, not the dog, not the big dog, but the girls. They get agitated, and somehow they jumps on one of the same one get jumped on every time. And so my daughter just happened to, she said she went to do something, just a split second or whatever. She went to do something and come right back and they was fighting. But I think the dog is being sent over here because the man, I could see him going back and forth, walking back and forth. Even though they pines hanging, I need to go out there and um, clean that off of the top of the house. But my ladder, I had it where it was just a straight up ladder. Someone folded it, and I can't unfold it. And so it's, to me, it's heavier for me to carry that way than it for me to carry it when it's just straight. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to go and get all them those needles from off the top of the house, the pine needles, cause they look like they growing out of the house. I ain't never seen pine needles that long. But anyway, I could still see him walking back and forth. He knew his dog was over here, and he knew our girl dog. The dog was outside first. I think he planned this, and I don't think it's just him. I think this a group of people, cause they all work together. This, like I said, it's a web of evil. Because every time he come over here, the same thing happens. They don't fight unless somebody's out there. They fought one time when there was a man and a woman had moved in the house right behind us, and they were standing out in the yard. I just feel like they caused them to fight because the dog was over in the corner, and they jumped on another dog. But they be in the house. They never fight in the house. They never fight when they're outside, when they nobody out there. But I do believe that these people are witches, and I do believe they connive and do something to cause these dogs to fight. Cause they be in here all the time. They never fight in the house. They sleep together. They sit in the room together. But every time that big behind dog come over here, they jump on one another. And that man was out there. He was out there. Cause I could see him. That's why I pissed me off. I threatened him. Well, I didn't really threaten. I threatened to call the police on him because I thought he had took our dog. Cause my daughter panicked because she thought one of the dogs was missing. So when by her panicking, it caused me to panic because the dog ran in the house, but neither one of us saw. Cause when we found out they were fighting, we both, well, she panicked, which made me panic. And we didn't see the dog when it ran in the house. And she ran and got up under the bed. And so my daughter was running, panicking, running and panicking. And the reason why she thought that because they unloosed the fence. Three sides of the fence were unloosed. And that man with that big dog, he unloosed the fence on over on that side over there at the bike. I saw it. And the girl, there was a girl, she enticed them to come out on the other side, which was unloose. And then somebody unloosed the back end. Like I said, it works together. That's why we had to get chain and lock and chain the fence back together and lock it. And see, when I get upset, I go off because I know them dogs will not go out that fence. They don't let them out twice. The girl did it first, and then I one thing about our dogs, they bark. They gonna bark at people. They barks at me. They still barks at me. So I know if a stranger come up to that fence, they gonna bark. I didn't hear them bark not one time until they had them ran all the way down to the end of the street and come back and was on the porch. That's when I heard them bark. And I said, "Dog, that sound like they in the front yard." So I opened the door, they ran on in the house. What she did, she was feeding them. Because when I looked at my security system, I could see them going around in circles looking down on the ground. There's no way those dogs would have went to them people. There's no way they'd have went to them. And I did video it. You could see the white dude across the street. She had him to bring them back because they were all the way down to the end of the road. They wouldn't even go to him. They ran back, but they ran back not going close to him. They got in the people yard and ran up in the yard and were barking. So I know, and then my daughter, I was out there fussing at her because she said they went up under they did not go up under no fence. She let them out. And I was fussing at her because I told her she telling a lie. Because I know the dogs. I know that them dogs will not just go to people. If they up in the window and somebody outside walking by, they barking. There's no way they'd have went to her, but she was feeding them. And I let her know you are telling a lie. So my daughter and her husband just happened to drive up. She jumps on me, not fighting me, but first tell me, leave them people alone. I said, no, them people need to leave them dogs alone. I fight for them dogs. Everywhere we have went since we had dogs, I've had to defend the dogs because my daughter just such a coward. She won't say nothing to the people. She jumps on me. Then me and her ends up getting in an argument because I'm gonna defend them dogs. Them dogs ain't did nothing to nobody. I ain't did nothing to nobody. My sister ain't did nothing to nobody, and they are steady attacking us. Everywhere we move, the sheriff department goes into the neighborhood and turn the whole entire neighborhood against us. The whole neighborhood attacking us with the fleet frequencies. And they got my sister where she can't do nothing but lay and holler. That's all she do is holler. Because that's what they done to her. She was a working woman. And so today, I'm thinking the dog was missing. And I told him, I said, I seen you out here. I said, I'm going to call the law. But it ain't going to do no good to call the law because they the one got these fools doing it. Because they weak-minded people. How can you get a whole entire neighborhood to turn against people because they weak-minded? The whole neighborhood is weak-minded people. Don't have sense enough to think for themselves. Don't have sense enough to think the problem they're gonna have because they don't think the law gonna do it. But see, God is the one who ordained the law. God is gonna deal with the law, the sheriff department, and the government, and He's gonna deal with these people. Because I already put the name out there to God. Or well, who's doing this? Who's doing what? We don't have to put the name out there. I put it out there anyway. That's my prayer. Because God already see what they're doing. He already know what they're doing. But I'm bringing a case against them. I'm making a case of murder, attempt of murder. If we die, it's murder. But if it's just attempt of murder, rape and sodomy, and assault. I puts it out there. And I'm asking God to make these people pay for what they do. And then we living in all this energy. And all this energy. This is the only house. I've seen this energy in other houses, and even on people videos. I've seen this energy, but I never seen it move. This is the only house that I've seen this energy moving. And they did this before we even moved in it. They wait to see which house we were gonna move in, and they hooked it up so that it could attack us. You see all that movement? You might can see it, you might not, because once I post it on YouTube, you can't really see it as well as I see it. I see it very well, and it even be on me. It's on my. I can see it on me. But I'm gonna turn this around so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh God, no. Get in your bed, boy. I didn't even see you down there. Go over there and sit down. Go get in your bed. Go ahead, get in your bed. Okay, so there was a lot of commotion this morning, but I didn't notice the man was next door. He actually was in the yard next door to us, and I didn't see that at first. That's why I got to get that mess down. The boy came and cut it and break the yard yesterday. Looked like he would see that stuff, but he gonna do no more than what we asked him to do, I guess. But I'll get out there and do it one day. But I was highly upset. I really was upset. And the way my daughter was acting is really what upset me even more. And then when I saw the dog that they keep jumping on her, and she's the mother of two of them, and the one that keep jumping on her is her daughter. And so I get so upset. I'm still not feeling right. That happened this morning, and this right now is what 6:22. I'm still not feeling right. I got too upset today because my daughter started fussing at me because I was talking about how I hate living here. Every neighborhood we go to, the sheriff, this is the sheriff department, the law, turned the whole entire neighborhood against us. But this has been the worst. This been the worst. And then they mess with the dogs. Well, they were messing with the dogs at the other house, but they making it where the dogs can get loose. At the other house, we only had one dog at first, and when that fence was down, I don't even know if we even let the dog go outside no more than the pee. But we didn't have no problem with them trying to make our dogs go out the fence. But this is what they doing. They actually took the fence loose in three different parts of the fence. They took loose, and so I brought chains and locks to chain it back up and lock it where the dogs couldn't get out. And that's what why she was so panicked because they got out twice already by these people letting them out. They don't never try to go up under the fence. They don't or nothing like that. And they been dogs that live next door to us. But they didn't try to go up. And that's what that girl gonna lie and say that they went up under the fence. I said, yeah, you telling a lie. I'm like, no, I did. No, I'm not. I'll show you. I said, you're not gonna show me nothing because I know you're lying. I know them dogs better than that. And I know how they bark. And they didn't bark or nothing until they got on the porch. And see, they try to take advantage of that because, well, I ain't gonna say why. I ain't even gonna say. I ain't gonna say because I know the gang stalker looks at my videos. But anyway, I just wanted to show just how that man, and he didn't even try to get but I don't know if he was calling the dog back or not, but he was next door, and that's what made the dogs. Cause it was like he was attacking at the dogs, and they were getting all excited, and they were wanting to fight, and they just jumped on the one that was there, and then the dog ran back where he come from, and then ran back over here to the back of the fence. But that man was over here. I know I could see him, but I didn't know he was next door. I could see him running back and forth. But what he should do is have that dog tied, chained, not just tied up, chained up. What if that dog get hold to somebody's child? As big as that's a big behind dog. And he was like attacking at our dog, and our dog over here in the fence. His dog ain't in no fence. His dog is a loose. And that's about the third time that dog done came over here. Yeah, it is the third time because the first time I saw him come over here, the boy dog was out there. And they were like having a standoff. And so it was just him out there by himself. And then the second time he came, they fought. The third time, this is the third time they fought, cause he's over there agitating them. He's like attacking at them. He running over here, and then he get up at that fence, and they crawling up at the fence. There used to be a dude out there too, with dreadlocks that had a big dog. I got him on video too. I haven't seen him in a long time now though. That's when we first, maybe the first or second year that we was here, that he would come out there and stand at the back of the fence with his dog, and then they keep coming over here because there's another group of boys. Two boys came with their dog, and I had to get a stick because if his dog, that dog that came over here, I was gonna whoop him. They best to keep their dogs because I'm not playing. I'm not gonna stand by and let their dogs hurt our dogs because our dogs is in the yard where we live. They dogs is on the other side are loose. And if I have to get anything, I don't care what I get because they ain't got no business over here. And I mean it. So the best thing for them to do is keep their dogs over there because I'm not gonna allow their dogs. I got a shovel, I got a hoe, I got a chainsaw, whatever I get my hands on. So the best thing for them to do is to keep their dogs over there. Then there was some boys just throwing tree limbs at the dogs, and I had to go out there and tell them to leave them dogs alone. Tell them, well, we were just no, you don't be just nothing. You go on about your business. These dogs ain't bothering nobody. People and all of them black, and they keep talking about black. The black lives don't matter to nobody, not even to black folks. And I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it. As long as black people is doing acting a fool and doing the stuff they do, black people don't care nothing. You white people, black people don't care about black people. I'm telling you. Cause you got white people, you got Chinese people, you got all kind of people out there fighting, thinking that this is about black people, about George Floyd. They weren't about no George Floyd. That was about black matter, calling up black matter out of the wherever black matter be at, out the spirit realm. That because them people were witches. Our church department was the police were the ones starting the riots. That's all this was about, black, because they trying to make it pure demonic. Pure demonic. And that's what's going on. They just trying to make everything demonic. Total demonicness. All about making the world a place for the demons to be satisfied with. And these things from other dimensions. So that's what's going. That's who ruling the world. Beings from other dimensions. That's who's in our White House. That's who's in our government. That's who's in everything. That's who we watching on TV. That's who in our medical, in the hospitals, in our doctor office. That's why they go along with this crap. The doctors. They look like a car port. Now it's dark outside now while I'm making this video. This happened this morning, but I'm gonna turn this around if you can see it, cause that's why they got all that fog looking stuff back there. Them lights that they have shining over here in the front yard and in the backyard. So right now is what's going on right now live, what I'm getting ready to show now. Okay, so whatever that is that's shining back there, you can't see it with the natural eyes. Cause I went to the back door and I even cut the light on, but I can't see. I can only see it on this security system. I also could see one of those aircrafts up in the behind, up in the sky, in the backyard back there, up in the sky. They're always out there. So right now I'm not feeling my best. I got too upset today. That's why I don't like to get upset because it really affect me in a bad way. I seen some blinking lights just then. About what's it? Two two houses down. But that person, what they do, they back up and they park on the come out of their driveway and then they'll back up and park on the side so that their lights can be uh, pointed down this way. This whole entire neighborhood. It's sad that people mind is so weak and so pathetic that someone can come along and tell you something and tell you if you do this and you do that, we'll pay you. And then you do it. Especially when it's destroying somebody's life. And then they have a nerve, if it happened to them, they have something that's, because see, nobody can uh, come to me and persuade me to be a gang stalker. They can't persuade me to be a gang stalker, even if I wasn't being gang stalked. Because I'm not going to try to, I'm not that type of person that want to hurt somebody else. Now, if you doing something to me and to make you stop, like how these people will be making all that noise on the wall, knowing my bedroom is right beside your bedroom, and you want to have all this loud noise like you having sex, not respecting my household, then I'm not gonna be making it look like sound like I'm having sex, but you're gonna hear some noise. You're gonna hear some noise, but see, God will make me repent. As soon as because I would take my daughter weights and I just beat them on the floor, and God said repent. That's how I had to repent. And they did it practically every night. And see, it was happening everywhere we live. If we was in a duplex, now the last duplex, my place now is a duplex. I didn't have that problem with them, but one time where I came home and I only heard them that one time, and they lived beside me for mm, maybe I know it's been at least a year or two. But what I had problem with them with is up in the ceiling, trying to break in my apartment. That's the problem I had with them, and just crawling around my apartment up in the ceiling and trying to break in my apartment. And so I had let them know, come in here you want to, you gonna have a bad day. I'm not playing with these people. Go ahead and break in, cause you gonna have a real bad day. Especially if you break them locks on that crawl space that I done paid somebody to put up there, and you break them locks anyway. They 4 locks. Break them. You gonna have a bad day when you come down from that ceiling. Cause I had something waiting. I had something waiting on them, and they won't gonna like it. And I meant it. And I'm getting really tired of these people too. Cause that man could have grabbed his dog and took them, and he could have made them stop. He could have said, "Quit, quit, y'all behave," and they'd have stopped. But he was out there. I could see him next door, and the dog ran over there, but ran right, like went round in a circle, came right on back over here, and then he was like walking back. I could see him walking back and forth, and they out there just fighting, and they do it every time. I believe he do it on purpose. Cause that dog, that big behind dog should be in a chain. And if he can't keep the dog in a chain, he need to keep him in the house. If he's that strong that he break a chain, then he don't need to be outside at all. So if that dog can hurt somebody. If he that disobedient that you come all the way over here and then he's still launching at our dog through the fence, you know you got a bad dog. Cause they be in here every day, no fight. On time they fight when they go outside and somebody that doctor somebody that dog come over and they fought one time when there was some people that was they was outside. It was a man and a woman, and I don't know if they were doing something to the dogs or what. I don't know because I saw one guy doing something to this dog here. He was outside and he evidently was pointing his cell phone at him. I know he was doing something because by the time I went back there, he was gone back in the house. But these dogs ain't bothering no. I'm not bothering nobody. We not bothering nobody. These people are nothing but liars, and you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay the price. Keep following the money trail. Keep wanting this bad money. Keep wanting death money because this is what this says. Cause y'all killing people, gang stalkers. Y'all killing people, and the money that you making or whatever it is that you making is death money, death reward. Cause you're killing people. So I'm gonna get off of here.